Hey my friends, this is Daniel Alley, and today I want to share with you 3 signs that someone has bad intentions. If you understand what I'm saying in this video, then you will protect yourself from danger every single time. So please listen up. Okay, the first sign that someone has bad intentions is that they will drop hints. They're going to show you who they are by showing you the cards that they're playing. In other words, they're going to reveal themselves to you. They're going to admit that they're jealous, that they're haters, that they can't stand the sight of you. And you're going to know it by the words that they say and the way that they act. Now, sometimes you're going to see different hints coming in different forms. In other words, everyone's going to have a different way of informing you. Because if they have bad intentions, they might not always directly tell you. Sometimes they might be sarcastic. Sometimes they might be rude. Or sometimes they might even flatter you and tell you how stupendous your achievements are. But what I want you to know is that no matter what, they will always give you hints to who they are. And so what you need to do is to pick up on these cues. Because if you have a gut feeling that someone's out to get you, then you're probably right. Now, if you're someone who's always skeptical and you just don't trust people in general, then you need to watch out for your gut, right? Because your gut is probably scared of everything. But if you're a normal person without any trust issues, but all of a sudden one trust issue starts to come up within the person that you've been dealing with, then you need to watch out. Because God is sending you this signal for a reason. There's a feeling that you have about this person because you know that in the end, they can hurt you. And so you need to understand what this feeling actually is. Now, I can tell you that I've seen a lot of people who say and do certain things that are a little sketchy, like you just know that there's something funny about them. But it didn't lead to a direct betrayal. It didn't mean that they were gonna hate me forever. Sometimes these signs were so small that it didn't really bother our relationship. It could have been an employee, it could have been a client, it could have been a friend at the gym, it could have been anyone like that. But I wasn't triggered to the point where I had to cut out the relationship because I knew the depth in which I've planted within this person. And that's how you need to measure your engagement. Because trust can take years to build, but only minutes to break. And that's how it is with relationships. You're not gonna trust people that you feel funny about, right? Of course not, because trust is earned over time. You're not gonna give all your personal information to someone you know might evaporate within a moment. You're gonna take it slow because you wanna watch how these people react to the blessings that you'll be giving them. Because the moment they break trust with you is the moment you'll understand that these people are not meant for you in your life. So you wanna make sure you test this person so that they are who they say they are. You wanna maintain a certain level of integrity so that the relationship is mutually beneficial. You don't wanna go out there sharing all this information and then it being used against you in the future. Actually, that leads us into our second point, because one of the major signs that someone has bad intentions is that they are trying to extract information from you. In other words, they're asking for so many details. They're asking for personal information, but not just ordinary personal information, specific information that can lead to your eventual betrayal. And if you find that anyone, for any reason, is asking you questions that they shouldn't be asking, you need to watch out for this kind of person. You need to understand that this person, they're out to get you. They're asking for very specific bits of information so that they can use that as bait to catch you next time. And I realize that the majority of relationships are usually disrupted whenever someone brings up certain bits of information from the other person that they remembered from the past. Because you see, what usually happens is that the moment you decide to disclose certain information is the moment that person has a memory of you. Now, obviously, not everyone remembers exactly what you say every single time. Sometimes you might say something and they might remember it in a whole different way. Because some people have distorted views or they like to manipulate what they've heard. And so you need to watch out for these kinds of people. And the best way to do that is to make sure to communicate effectively. Whenever you're having a conversation, you have to make sure that what you said is exactly what they heard. There's been many times where I've said something to someone and it came back to me in a completely different way. Or maybe I've heard it back in the same way, but I heard it in a different tone. In other words, it was what I said, but it was a whole different intention from what I meant. And so you need to make sure that whatever you share is shared with a person that you can trust. Now, like I said before, if someone is going around snooping for information that they shouldn't be having, then you need to put your guard up. You need to understand that this person is searching for information for a particular reason that they can use against you in the future. So don't incriminate yourself by using the wrong words or saying things that you know can eventually be used or manipulated against you. Make sure to set yourself up for success by only having conversations based on a level of trust that you have with certain people. More trust, more conversation. More trust, more disclosure. More trust, more friendship. That's how it always works, my friends. And the third sign that someone has bad intentions is that they come out of nowhere. In other words, they've been hiding for some months or some years, and all of a sudden, they show up. You know, I had a family member that I hadn't talked to in over 10 years recently hit me up. And they're like, Daniel, how you doing? He gave me all this sweet talk, and I'm so proud of you and all these things, right? But I realized that this person came out of hibernation at an opportune moment in my life because they knew that if they reached out at that time, their chances of connecting with me was very high. But I saw their tricks. I knew who this person was well before they even reached out to me. I already made a decision about this person because I knew they had bad intentions. And so that's what I'm saying to you, my friends. If someone comes out of the blue and they're like, hey, how you doing? Can we be friends? Can we connect again? You really have to watch out. Now I know some people will have good intentions. There might be some old friends that really do want to connect, but you still have to watch out for who they are. Because there's a reason why they haven't connected for a while. There's a reason why you've gone on your path of growth and maybe they haven't. And so you have to understand where you are in life and compare it to where they are in life based on their potential. Don't always compare it to your trajectory of growth. Compare it to their trajectory of growth. So if you've known them 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and they haven't become who they could have been, then you need to make a decision based on that. Now, obviously, I have a lot more to share about this because I personally have a lot more beliefs around this subject alone. So if you have any questions that you want to ask me, please write me an email at info@danielalley.com and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. So there you go, my friends. I just gave you 3 signs that someone has bad intentions. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that notification button, and please type yes in the comment section below. Please, my friends, be cautious with the people you surround yourself with the most. I'm not saying to avoid everyone, but I'm saying to do your research and make the right decisions so your friends can help you to get into the right positions. Because the people in your life are either fighting you or they're guiding you. So choose your friends wisely. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.